are back talking about Portland wrestling with Portland wrestlers and some of their fans, and that term could be used both ways, I guess. Rebecca has a couple of them in the audience now.
Okay, we're talking with a Vancouver couple, Mr. and Mrs.
Boyles, David Boyles.
And your question is?
I want to ask Buddy and Steve, what is the average income of a wrestler of your stature in the industry?
And just before you answer that, Mrs. Boyles has a question.
Yes, for Steve. I want to know when you're going to come in and have breakfast again at Sambo's with me. I was his waitress.
She was his waitress at Sambo's. Okay, now what about the money? How much money is made in this biz?
Well, it depends on yourself. You can make as much as you want to. You can book yourself every night a year in major cities. I don't wrestle just around here. I go all over the country. I'll make anywhere from $40,000 to $80,000 a year, depending on how much I get myself booked and where the matches are.
And Stan, in the World Championship, you made how much?
Well, the year I was world champion, like I said, I was only a champion for a month. But the publicity and my value came up, and that particular year, in 1973, I made $105,000.
Well, I hope the IRS isn't listening. Let's find out who is. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Matt Borne if
Jill and Lisa followed the instructions of...
really think of each other like brother-in-laws, or if they really don't like each other.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, we should point out that these gentlemen have been with us before, that Matt and Buddy are brothers-in-law.
I got a special announcement to make right now. Matt Borne doesn't know it, and it happened yesterday. I'm going to make this announcement, but the offer still stands for Matt Borne. Matt Borne and I are not going to be brother-in-laws much longer. I'm divorcing his sister. Okay, but I have my reasons why. They're personal reasons. There were a lot of problems, and one of them was because of the feud with Matt. And I just want to say, though, I still am going to wrestle the same. I'm not going to change my ways. And the offer's up to Matt Borne. If he wants to come with me instead of hanging with Cupcake Steve Regal, you can make more money, and I'll take care of you. Now, you can't call me, you can't say nothing about your sister. I'm not with her. I'm not going to be with her no more.
Well, that's over. That's neither here nor there now. Now, I respect you as a wrestler. I respect you for being successful. I don't know you that well on a personal basis, buddy. But I'll tell you right now, I just still don't see things eye to eye with you on a lot of situations.
You will.
Okay, gentlemen, we have another audience question.
This actually kind of relates to part of the last question. You want to know about the theater involved. What's your name?
Angel Wooding. And I'd like to know, this is the question for all of them, how much of it is theatrics and how much is for real? And I'd also like to say that Matt would be a fool if he joined you, Rose.
Okay, let me answer that question.
Okay, Matt, go ahead.
Okay, when you come down to the matches, you buy a ticket, and that's what we're there for. We're there. Every wrestler, in order to be successful, has got to be unique. And theatrics, you can call it's a show, but theatrics, if you're asking me if it's fake, no. I'll swear to that. There's nothing fake to it.
I wish it was after I hear this. But I'll tell you something. It's just like a football player goes to the football game. He gets himself psyched up for the game, and he is a killer out there. But off the field, there's a lot of the mean ones that are really nice off the field, right? It's because they're down there to make the big buck. They're down there to do their best performance they can, and they want to go up and sign their contract at the end of the year and make that money next year. Same as me, same as any of these wrestlers. It's out to win, and the low guy doesn't make as much money as the big guy, so there's a fight to get there.
I think you're all in agreement there.
And you guys don't socialize together or anything?
No.
Don't like
I've
each
gone
other?
out.
This is the closest right here.
I've gone out with Steve Regal occasionally.
I actually don't care to sit this close to him, but...
What is your name?
Bob Shepard. And I'd like to ask the wrestlers if they have seen George the Animal Steel wrestle, and what's his tactics, what you think of them.
Stasiak can answer that.
Yeah, Stan knows that more better.
Stan, you want to answer that?
Yes, I teamed up with George the Animal Steel a couple times, and I'll be quite honest with you. I don't like to wrestle that way. I know I get booed a lot, and I'm controversial and everything, but I think he carries a little bit too far. I think the guy's absolutely nuts.
There's your answer.
I think animal probably is a key word there, an operative word in the name. Hi, you're on the air.
Thank you. My name is Linda Guerin from Portland, and my question is to the panel of wrestlers. How can you keep up such a hectic pace from 6 to 7 days? I'm an avid watcher also. I watch it every Saturday night without failure. But my question is, how can you keep up that pace 6 to 7 days a week when, it's so physically taxing, you would think? I just don't see how you manage it.
Thanks for calling, and that's not all in the same place. You travel,
right,
too.
But even though you see 6 or 7 towns, that doesn't mean that Regal or Matt or myself or any of us are in. that doesn't mean I'm in all 7 towns. Just because you see 7 towns, I might be in 4 or 5 of them and have 2 or 3 days off. But it's the money, the big money that keeps you going. And that's, we are in shape, and any wrestler, including myself, and I'm even going to speak for Regal, we'll challenge anybody to challenge us for being in shape and as tough as we are as wrestlers. Anybody out in the crowd, anybody out there, if they can get a release and come on, they'll find out that they won't last 30 seconds. And I mark my words on that.
That is true. It's a very physical business. Every day, Matt and I go to the gym, we work out, we wrestle every night. You have to be in tip-top shape 100% all the time, and we try to do that all the time.
All right, we have the welterweight division contender out
That's
here.
right. Virginia Boyles is with me now. What's your question, Virginia?
Yeah, Steve, I want to know when Roddy Piper's going to come back.
Okay, now when you answer that, I have a question for her. Go right ahead.
Well,
When's Roddy?
I haven't talked to Roddy lately, and he's got a lot of contract obligations out on the East Coast, sweetheart, so I don't know when he's going to be back here.
Is he your fave?
Yeah.
Now, is this something for kids? Does this violence bother you at all? Is this a good thing for kids to watch? What do you think?
I love it. I don't know about the others.
She thinks it's great fun. How about you guys? Do you ever worry about that for children?
Mike, let's ask you. We haven't talked to you very much here.
Well, I guess it's kind of up to the parents. They have to make a judgment for themselves. It is pretty violent, but there's nothing you can do about that. It's just a violent sport.
So it's the parents.
I would say it's up to the parents. If they feel that their children are mature enough to understand what's going on, then it's okay.
We've had a lot of trouble with that on TV too. That's why some of the matches haven't been on TV, is because they've been
too violent.
Too violent. The violence is foreseen, and so the matches I'm stricken from TV.
All right, gentlemen, as always, it's been very interesting talking with you. Steve Regal, Buddy Rose, Mike Masters, Matt Borne, and Stan Stasiak. Thank you all for being with us.
Kurt, excuse me, I have one question for you. Can you get a close-up on this man's back of his hand here?
It's a phone number.
Is that your girlfriend's
I'll
phone
be
number?
home late. I got this during the big war.
Yeah.
Be gentle when you touch me.
Okay.
We'll be back with Jackie Sorensen after this break.